Most bankers aren't ready to help you until after their third cup of coffee. But with Central National Bank's after-hours service, you don't have to wait for the bank lobby to open to get help. You can contact us from 6 to 8:30 in the morning or from 5 to 10 in the evening, and we'll connect you to a real, live, local person who can answer questions and fix problems 7 days a week. Bank different. Bank Central. Central National Bank. Member FDIC.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. I am so excited to be recording with this next guest. It only took me goddamn half a year, if not more, to get her on the show. But you know what? She had an epiphany and she said, finally, I'm coming on. And she brought a live audience for sure, which I love. Mm-hmm. I was so down for it. And it's all people that we fuck with. And so we'll give them a shout out in just a few. Now, before we continue, I definitely want you guys to use this opportunity to like, share, and subscribe to The Public Affair. Of course, to Rogue Media Network, to my boy Mason. We were a little bit behind on time. Yeah. I'm sorry. The weather's not giving today. My hair is not giving. I'm a little bit upset, but that's okay. We're still here. Okay. We're going to do it. Thank you so much for all you do for me on the show. I truly appreciate you. Now let's go ahead and give a shout out to just a few of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by David Santabanez with Alinea Real Estate. He is the #1 sales agent in his office. He's going to help you buy a home or sell your property. Listen, the house, if you don't know what you're doing, and you don't know the first step in getting a house, he's going to help you do it from start to finish, okay? Definitely one of the best, and that's why he remains the #1 sales agent at Alinea Real Estate. Se habla español también. Make sure you follow him on Facebook at David with Alinea. Call the number on the screen to get started. David, thank you so much for all you do for me and The Public Affair. I truly appreciate it. Oh my God, I love this restaurant, Anika Armstrong or Armstrong's Bayou Cafe, serving the most authentic Cajun cuisine with a wide selection of signature crab cakes, pasta, seafood, and more. Listen, everybody asks me, like, what's your favorite when you go over there? Every single pasta I'm rolling around there. I don't care. I love it. I love it so much. And the top recommended the Southern Fried Catfish Special. Served with seafood, pasta, potato salad, and 6 fried shrimp. But again, just go get any pasta, and the potatoes are giving as well. Locations at Union Hall on Franklin and at Union Grove in Woodway. Follow at Armstrong's Bayou Cafe Corporation. Thank you so much, Anika, for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Blue Star RV Services with Manny Guerrero. Listen, Manny is a mobile RV tech. I know it's camping season right now. The RVs be breaking down, whether they're brand new, pre-owned, or whatever. And Manny and his team are going to go out there 100% reliable and professional. That's right. They're mobile RV techs who can fix all RVs. I'm talking about travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and so much more. And even he'll save you some money because he deals with the warranty company, so you don't have to deal with all that mess. Just pay him a small service fee, and then his team got you. Follow on Facebook and call the number on the screen at Blue Star RV Services. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, we're not going to go on without thanking Tyler Hyde with CBD Plus USA, located at 2444 West Loop 320 in the Central Texas Marketplace. Listen, enjoy high-quality products with a wide range of top-of-the-line CBD, THCA, Delta 8, Delta 9, and so much more. Enjoy the natural benefits of their products. And if you guys are unsure on how the product works, just let him know, and they'll educate you. They'll educate you because, a lot of people are a little bit, whatever about CBD. But listen, it's an amazing product. Believe me, trust me, go check them out right now at the Central Texas Marketplace. Thank you so much, Tyler, for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. I truly appreciate you. You got to take a drink after that one. Okay. I've been doing this too long. Well, listen, you guys, I'm so excited to have this next guest onto the show. She has been, I've known you for quite a while. Yep. Okay. And, we got acquainted because I started running ads for you for HB Party Backdrops and Decor. Girl, I'm not trying to mess it up. I'm like, don't mess it up. Your brother's here, and his goal was to get me drunk. Nervous? Well, he is making me nervous. We have this episode in the background, and then he said he said he might give me a ride home later because he didn't do it on episode 150.
You can have him. I told you from the beginning.
Well, these bitches ain't doing it, right?
Yeah.
Hello.
He needs somebody. I said, please, Andrew, take him home.
He needs to come home to some arroz con gandules, some pernil, some mofongo, totones. Okay, but no, you want to come home to frozen pizza. What is that? Frozen pizzas, all right, and hot dog water.
Well, my mama cooks for him.
Oh, he does. Okay.
He does pretty good, but you can have him. I told you.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, you can enjoy your pork and beef hot dogs. All right. I get the 100% Angus beef. All right. The ballpark, baby. Listen, you guys, I'm sorry. It's not about him, though. He was featured in episode 150. Shout out to my boy, Marlon, DJ Omar. But now his sister is here because she was supposed to join him in episode 150. And she's like, no, I'm not ready. Now she's ready. You guys, I'm so happy to welcome the mastermind behind HB Party Backdrops and Decor. My girl, Ana Limones is here.
Hey,
on The Public Affair, looking gorgeous.
Thank you.
The pink pants are giving. Really? I love it. Yes, the pink and black combo.
We need to make a statement.
What's the statement?
That I'm here. I'm finally here.
You're finally here. Yeah, you know what? And we just have to give a shout out to our live audience.
Yeah, please
So you're actually best friends with Leslie Delgado, who I love.
Yep.
And her boyfriend is my best friend, Maro. Yep. He's here too. Of course, we got DJ Omar here.
Yep.
And then your man's Lorenzo is over there. He's giving me the eyes. Like, it's scaring me.
You can have him too
no,
if you want him.
No, I don't want those
you
problems.
You can do a buy one, get one. I mean,
because I just, no.
You just give him the money and then make sure he comes back to me.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
So you just need the bills paid.
Yeah.
Well, I have this new spoken rule where I'm not messing with men
that are married.
But now they're lying about it. And so then, we'll do our thing. And then I find out after the fact, I'm like, bitch.
See, you're like, I'm trying to be a better person.
I'm trying. And you because they shit is what the problem is. But anyway.
We're not going to go too much into that.
Let's not go into that. Yeah, no, we're here to have a good time. Listen, yes. I'm again so excited that you finally came. Why, again, we mentioned on episode 150 when your brother was here, DJ Omar, that you were kind of supposed to join him. I mean, it was kind of like a thing that we had throughout. Yeah. Why was now the right time to finally come on the podcast?
Well, actually, when my brother came on the podcast, I had just had a baby. Oh. And so, with having the baby, you kind of like lose yourself becoming a mom. And I'm a first time mom. So I was like trying to get myself together. Okay. But also like I was just starting the business. So I was trying to like make sure, I had something to show for it or whatever. So something to show. Yeah. So I feel like now.
I think you've been showing since you started. That's the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And so I mean, everybody thinks like the public affair has this rule where you need to be some solidified LLC, which we know not everybody has. No, not. Everybody says they have an LLC, but
allegedly.
they quick to put LLC at the end of that name. Yeah. It's like, where's that in the books? But but I love interviewing people like you who are just, you're a standalone, you're a juggernaut in your own right, and you're really essentially doing this. It's not like you have a corporation or people that work for you.
No.
Yeah. So
it's just me.
Kudos to you, girl. And it's been over a year.
Yeah.
Right. And so congratulations to you on everything that I love seeing your posts. I love seeing that you're booked and busy. Yeah. You are. Is it too much for you sometimes? Are you just like, what is this?
I mean, I think I like it. In the beginning, I was really afraid that I would lose my my weekends with my family. Okay. But now I can't imagine my weekends any different. Okay. And I like doing it. I guess that's the beauty of it, is that I like doing what I do.
Yeah. Can you sing like your brother? He sang to serenade me on the show. Yes, he did.
I tell everybody we come back from a family of musicians, and I take after my daddy's side. Yeah. I do not know how to sing.
Well, you got the looks.
I don't know how to play any instrument. My little brother knows how to play instruments. Okay. And he sings, and my older brother as well. So I'm like, I can't do that.
Well, you got the looks, you got the beauty, you got the hands. Because, that's why I'm attracted to Marlon, because he's not really that cute. Oh. I'm like, okay. He's not really, so nobody really wants him, right? They only want him to get backstage at the concert.
You might have to check his DMs.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The bitches only want him because they want to get backstage at the concert. I am the concert. So it's like, hello, I'll get you backstage. Right. Hey, okay, so, we talked to Marlon about, his perspective in life growing up and stuff like that. And we got to know a little bit about him. Go watch episode 150 if you missed that one. Can you talk to us a little bit about your life growing up and your perspective on things, and introduce yourself to anybody who's like, Andrew, who is this beauty that you have on the show and we have no idea who she is?
Oh, thank you. Well, hi, my name is Ana Limones. I'm originally, my family is originally from Durango. I was born in Gomez Palacio, Durango. And so I am also a DACA baby. So I was brought here when I was a year and a half. So a lot of the times I do feel like I'm neither from over there and I'm neither from here. But our family, is very humble. Both my parents worked really hard. Yeah. But our parents just showed us to work for what we wanted. Sure. And they're always really, really, encouraging us to go out and do whatever we wanted. And that's honestly how we started my business. It had a lot of influence for my family and my husband. Yeah. Marlon would tell me all the time, come on, just do it. And I'm like, I can't. I just can't. And I would tell him, I'm like, I can't work with people. Like, I feel like I'll get nervous. And he's like, no, just do it. And it honestly took me losing my job, having a baby. Losing, my regular routine and everything like that to be like, okay, I have nothing to lose.
Well, you did something productive though. Yeah. A lot of people, they want us to feel bad for them that they lost it, and let's all give them money and they make a fun.
Well, I didn't lose my job because because they fired me or anything. I lost my job because I just didn't come back from maternity leave. I decided to be, a mom, a stay-at-home mom, and make sure my baby was born premature. Oh, okay. So I was like, I need to like breastfeed him and make sure he's okay.
Sure. Okay, no, I totally get that. One of the things that I can recollect when your brother was on the show was that he did mention that, you mentioned too that your family is super hardworking. And so dad wasn't around all the time because he was always trying to get that coin.
Yeah. So that's mostly like Hispanic men, like he made sure, we had everything we ever wanted, but he wasn't like super into our, our daily little things. Right. But he for sure was always home. My dad, like, if he wasn't home, he was working. Sure. So it's not not like he was out doing other things. He was just working.
Do you think that you looked at it different back in the day when you were younger versus now? Like, do you think back in the day it affected you? Like, yo, Dad, why are you never here? You missed the play, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
But now, as a mother, and you're relatively young too, by the way. I have to give you your fucking flowers, because I didn't even start the public affairs till I was damn near my 30s. Okay, so good for you. But yeah, do you think you look at things in a different, like, did you have resentment back in the day? Now you see it different?
Yeah, of course. I know we talk about it all the time, like me and my siblings, but I tell them, I'm like, just wait, it'll come. Like whenever you guys become parents, like you'll see every sacrifice that your parents did that you didn't view it that way.
Sure.
Like right now, we're away from my son. We had to drop him off to his grandma, and like even little things like that, you don't want to be away from them. You want to constantly be in their lives and constantly know what they like. Like I know my dad, he missed little things, like he didn't know what we liked, or it changes all the time, but he just didn't know stuff like that. But he worked his ass off, and we have everything because of him.
Well, kudos to him though. Yeah, kudos to him for sure. Now I heard, because I was doing some homework on you, and by homework means I was talking to Leslie.
Yeah, I was like, you were talking to Leslie.
This was so easy to do because it's like I see her every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I heard you were a bit of a rough tumbler back in the day.
Me?
Yeah,
she told me that.
I heard that you used to like throw them hands.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
no,
what was going on?
She might have been talking about herself. Let me tell you.
Were you both jumping bitches at Waco High, or?
A little bit. Wait, no, she did the fighting. I was the one that had to back up the.
So she was jumping in with you.
No, I was jumping in with her. She's the fighter. She left that out. She forgot to tell you that. She's the fighter. Okay. She's the one that we set her off. I always told, like, especially when she started dating Mauro. Shout out to Mauro and Leslie. Like, I was like, Mauro, like, are you sure? Like, you know what you're getting yourself into? And he was, in the beginning, he was all in love. And I was it's not, I would tell you about my friend. But we ran the streets together.
It makes you wonder, no, we
did.
It makes you wonder if she's throwing them hands with him sometimes, right?
Oh, no, I don't doubt it. I think she does.
When they're at the house and it's like, what do you want for dinner? Chicken. Well, I'm making beef, bitch.
If you like it or not.
Okay, and you're going to eat the tostadas.
I believe it.
No, okay, but while you were doing all that and you guys were quote unquote running the streets together as kids, what were you? Would you say that you were relatively rebellious as a child growing up? Or?
Yeah,
and
a
why?
little bit.
Because Marlon made it sound like he was an angel.
Well, let me.
Marlon did mention skipping school and stuff like that. Were you doing all that too?
No. So he was more like, I think he never really acted out other than like skipping school, just not going to school. But I was the one like going to the principal's office, getting in trouble. But I think it's mostly because I am the only girl. Okay. And then I'm the middle child. Oh. And so I had pressure from not only my parents, but from Marlon. Sure. And like it was kind of hard to juggle sometimes because like they would make rules that apply to me, but didn't apply to Marlon.
That's what I'm saying. So wait, you're mentioning, because he's the one skipping school, bitches and hoes. What influences he to you?
Yeah, he wasn't a very good influence. Let me tell you.
Like, excuse me.
No, but
the costume, where's the clown, bitch?
No, but he's always like, well, don't follow my steps. I'm like, well, I mean, what am I supposed to do?
You know what? You're 24, is that correct?
No, I'm 26.
You're 26. You're still young. Okay, my bad, 2 years. What I like and what I've noticed, and I asked somebody this on a prior episode, I noticed like, so social media is like social media, right? Honestly, if I didn't have the public affair, I'd be off of social media. But there's a lot of our peers, or I should say my peers, that they're in their 40s and 50s, and they hate each other from high school. Yeah. Right? Like, bitch, we were 15. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you get over it. I beat that bitch up, but you're like 45. Like, do you think, while you were as rebellious as you were, and then you were beating up people for Leslie, do you think that do you think that how do you handle stuff like that going forward? Because now you're an entrepreneur, you know what I mean? And now, this person might call you to work for them and stuff
it's
like
happened.
That. Sure.
Yeah.
So you beat a bitch up and then you do work for her.
I mean, I won't put her out there like that, but I've ran into people that now, have looked for my business or looked for my help, and they, didn't like you, in high school, or didn't talk to you, or didn't like people around you or whatever. And I'm just like, I've gotten to the point, honestly, where I'm just like, whatever. Like, if you're going to pay me, that's it. You're going to pay me. Like, we ran into situations where, like, me, whether it was my husband or Marlon, they've gone with me, and I'm like, well, it might pop off. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but like,
has it ever popped off?
No.
Okay, you keep it professional. I always say, I don't have to like you to make money with you.
Yeah,
I think that people should live by that.
Yeah,
I do.
they
If
should.
it's gonna put money in my pockets, we can pretend to like each other for an hour. I've had to do hostings with people. I'm like, oh my
just
god,
smile it out.
Oh, I hate this nigga so much. I have, you know what I mean. But okay, but if you're gonna give me that check, we're best friends.
As long as it hits my account, we're
That's
good.
fine.
Like as long as you pay me, we're good.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's your best friend once you start popping. Like you should see when the fair comes to town how many best friends I have. Everybody's been my brother.
Oh,
I've
seen it with my brother. I'm like,
oh yeah, because he's the DJ.
Yeah,
and so when they
he runs with a certain crowd, so then that people
I'm not
they're
talking,
like, oh,
stop trying to get me in trouble. I know the crowd he hangs out with, and we had that conversation already. All right, I'm above that now. Okay, I live above the influence. I wasn't
talking about that one, but I'm like. He got a couple of good crowds. Yeah. No, he's had friends over the years, and I'm just like, and I'm really honest with him. And he hates that about me, but I always tell him like, I don't know if that person's gonna stay or stick along. You know?
Yeah, I think it's important to be honest with people.
Course.
Yeah, I mean, I've had that conversations like with my best friends as well, and they've had the same in return with me. And you know, while we're coming up in our little come up and all that, and everybody's doing their own thing, people do want to ride your coattails, and people want to get what they can out of you and ride the benefits wave. And it's like I'm so past that now. I did used to use that to my advantage when I was on the radio. How bad did you want to go to that country concert?
I got you.
You got to pick them up from my house. I get off the air at 10. I'll be home at 10:15. The concert starts at 11:30. You got time, right? Hey, let's talk about your early career. Okay, so HB Party Backdrops and Decor. You mentioned earlier that you were a little bit hesitant to get to ride the wave of entrepreneurship. How did that all start for you? Like when did you were like, okay, I'm gonna fuck with this?
Yeah. Well, I was always like in our family group or just like, in our friends group or whatever. I was always the one that was super excited about planning a party. I've always been like that since a kid. I would be like, I want this and that. And I want it to look like a certain way. And like my family caught on to that really fast and they would use me. And then they'd be like, you got it. Like, just do your thing. And so like, I was just doing it, just for our family events and friends event. And then I had a baby. Okay. And after I had a baby, like I said, I didn't return back to my job. So we were just on one income. And so we were just, we're just paving the way or whatever. Yeah. And then my brother was like, hey, like, I really think you should start this business. Right. And my husband is like really good in woodwork. So I can literally show him a picture or something and he'll make it.
He does it.
Yes. Oh, and it doesn't take him weeks. It'll take him like 2-3 days.
Lorenzo, do you have like cousins or something?
That might be a brother.
That might be down. I need a wooden backdrop. And if you guys can see in the wide shot that we have here, she made that fucking balloon
in 5 minutes.
5 minutes. We were late to the recording because you were fashionably late. I was like, I gotta go home and drop the key off. Yeah, I'm having shout out to the cleaning service, clean my house right now. But shout out to 5 fucking minutes. Yeah, that's impressive. 5 minutes. Yeah, that's so impressive. Yeah. So, okay, so the husband plays a part.
Yes, he plays a big part. I'll show him any picture and I'm like, hey, I want it to look like this. And he'll be like, okay, let's go buy the stuff. And
Isn't it great? And they don't argue and it's just.
Yeah. And then he makes it like really easy for me because all I have to do is show him the picture and he makes it within like a day or two tops. And so it had a lot to do with him, but also with my family. Like I said, my brother was a big part of it. He was like, come on, let's go. Yeah. And it actually started, 2 years ago, we did a Christmas party, and he bought everything, bought the food. We had sponsors, and like basically like in Hispanic culture, like a posada, where everybody kind of takes something, and we all like are there.
I've been to one of those,
and so.
I have been to one of those. No, I've been to a posada before. I have. I'm not trying to sound gay. I'm being for real.
I'm like, cool. I don't know if you meant that playing around.
No. I'm being dead ass. Go ahead.
So we did it that way, and it was our way to give back. Yeah. We were super grateful that just within that year that my son was born and he was healthy and everything. So we kind of gave back, and all we asked for people was to bring toys. Oh, good. And we donated to the toy drive.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
My brother said, this is where we're going to start your business. You're going to decorate the entire salon. Yeah. From the tables, the chairs, the backdrops, everything. And he was like, and you're going to make business cards and you're going to put them out on those tables. Okay. And I was like, I don't know if I can do this.
Meanwhile, his bitch ass is at warehouse with nothing but dirty hose all over the place. Remember we went to warehouse for your birthday? Yeah.
That was not my idea, actually.
Whose idea was that?
It was somebody.
It was somebody's idea. Oh, you were there.
Yeah.
I was. Girl, I felt so uncomfortable.
I know. I asked him. I was like, is Andrew coming? Like,
I did. I walked out. And then I walked back in. I was like, no, it's my girl's birthday. I got to go. She didn't leave for my birthday. You know, I'm going to go. And then the whole time I was just like, what was that? Yeah, she did. You know, you're best friends with Leslie.
Yes.
You know, she'll come through for you.
Oh, yeah.
I've told the story 100 times on the show, and I got super drunk at Echo.
Oh, my God.
I mean, like, with this white guy who we're not going to say. but, you know, they love getting you fucked up, right? Yeah. When you're a spicy Latino. Oh, yeah. And then, so they just, I don't know. She had to carry me out of the bath. I don't know how she did it.
She's strong.
I was supposed to bring Mara the Dr. Pepper to Soko. I'm pretty sure I told her, hey, take me to Soko to get the. No, you're not going to fucking Soko.
And you're like, no, you need to go home.
You're going home. Yeah, so she's a lifesaver. I love her.
Yeah,
and she's gorgeous. Listen, okay, have you had struggles with starting the business? I mean, like, I know that you had a little bit of like reservation in the beginning, and you're like, I don't know, and then you know your brother's over here like, nah, you're gonna fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like,
you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, of course, like everything. When you start a business, half of the time you don't have everything, you know, all your materials.
Sure.
With the party industry, it's really hard because it's like you got to have a lot, and then sometimes you don't use it all the time, so you have to kind of just make good purchases and hope that people are going to use what you buy.
Sure.
Backdrops, shimmer walls, balloons, anything. Like, I don't keep a big inventory of balloons.
Sure.
Because I'm like, I'd rather just buy as people ask me for colors. Because when it comes to the balloon world, there's so many colors, so many things.
It's like limitless.
I'm like, no, I can't keep up. So I try to just keep like just gold, silvers, blacks, things that I know that
I like the color scheme that you did here.
Yeah, I'm like, just something that, I mean, it goes with your logo too, but just something that keeps you, you know, having inventory so you can start. But of course, a lot has to do with money.
Okay.
I mean, everything's super expensive.
Okay.
Yep.
Bitch.
And
I can't even go to Jack in the Box for $20. Like,
I know.
It's crazy. I can't even get a number 2. Like, bitch.
No. Yeah. So just money. The money thing. And then when I first started the business, we were running on one income. So I couldn't really tell my husband, like, hey, I really want this shimmer wall for $200.
But he would have did it though.
I mean, he probably would have made it for me, but he would have been like,
he's like, what are you going to do for me later?
He'd be like, no, he'd be like, girl, what are we doing with the groceries?
I don't want pork and beef hot dogs tonight. I told you. I wanted the 100% Angus beef.
Right? No,
with the bun. You remember that? Anyway.
I was like, what? Where's this
I'm not going to get in trouble. No, I'm not going to say it. You know, it's Hummingbird Party Backdrops and Decor. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, you know what I'm talking about, right? I was like, wait, why she laugh all late? Am I going to get in trouble if I say it? I am going to.
Yeah, don't say it.
Don't say it. You know, okay, so the hummingbird, right, is mainly represented as messengers of love, joy, and good fortune. Okay. How does the hummingbird, what does that represent for your business? And what the meaning is? Or why did you choose that particular... Yeah,
they betted I was gonna cry on this show. Okay, I just need to make sure. Okay. Yeah, that's what they're giggling in the background.
Oh wait, is this gonna make her cry?
I got 100 on myself.
Sure, okay, but because so then I guess if we're gonna get that deep,
no, you can. We can get that deep.
The hummingbird also represents, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, the bird that kind of takes somebody that's deceased to the spirit world or something.
Oh no, okay. It has nothing to do with
that. Okay.
I'm like, no. So actually, hummingbird in Spanish, if I'm not mistaken, it's called chuparrosa.
Okay.
Yeah. And so my dad would call me that when we were little because, you know, if you've ever... Half of the time you won't see a hummingbird.
Sure.
They fly too fast. You can't see them. But they're super little.
Yeah.
And they're super little and like petite and like very delicate. And my dad, growing up, he said I was like a chuparrosa. I was just so small, scrawny, like looked like somebody could just like bend me over, like just, you know, not like that. But
I wasn't thinking that.
You gave me the look. I was like, no, I'm not like that.
Look, Lorenzo's gonna whoop my ass. Stop it. He's over there like, I'm scared.
Like,
you know I can't fight, even though I practice all the time.
But he just meant like I was very fragile, you know, like, but in a good sense, because he would say like, you know, those are the most like the birds that, you know, they're so beautiful, but not a lot of people get to see them because, you know, they fly so fast. So I actually got that. My dad used to call me that. And so when we were thinking about back when my brother were doing the business cards, he was like, we're thinking about names and we were just going back and forth. And he was like, I think you should include it. And I was like, I don't know. And he was like, come on, like, you know, and he started like kind of sending me ideas.
Yeah.
And whenever I first started the business, I didn't want to do like party decor, like everything. I wanted to make backdrops, like wooden backdrops that I had seen people rent out. I wanted my husband to make them for me.
Yeah.
And I was just going to rent them out to people, but kind of have like no, like, business with anybody else. Like, just, hey, like, I'll rent this to you.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because a lot of the party, and no shade on them,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of the party decoration people, like, they do rent from each other.
Yes. So I was like, I just kind of want to be like the supplier of the backdrops. Because I know a lot of people don't have a Lorenzo that can make them, a backdrop. So I was like, let me be that.
You don't have to give nobody part.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I wanted to play. And
oh my god,
when we were doing the name, Marlon was like, I was like, I don't want it to have anything to do with my name either.
Sure.
And he was like, okay, so that's how we came up with the hummingbird. Yeah.
Oh, I love it so much. But listen, we're gonna take a quick break, okay? Because I want to learn more about hummingbird party backdrops. It's a tongue twister. You know, when I do your ads, I do the same shit.
Yeah,
I do the same shit.
I see it.
I do. Okay, and I want to learn more about you as a young entrepreneur, some of the struggles, and of course, some clientele horror stories. So when we get back, we're gonna have more with Ana Limones here on the Public Affair. And DJ Omar, I need you to pour me up, bitch. We'll be right back, you guys. It's going good, right? Hey guys, welcome back to this exciting episode of The Public Affair. My very special guest, Miss Ana Limones with Hummingbird Party Backdrops and Decor. Now, before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by Soka Soccer Academy with Dominic Gutierrez and Ariana Gutierrez, offering team, small group, and individual skills training. Also, with elite skills training to make your kids superb star athletes. I'm talking about with professionals like Mr. George De Leon. Big shout out to him. They also have occasional open play on Mondays and Wednesdays for ages 16 and older. So make sure you guys follow them on Facebook at Soka Soccer Academy to find out more information. And you know what? The most ideal childcare in Central Texas, and I'll swing on that. I will. Yes, absolutely. They've done their big one. I'm so proud of everything that they're accomplishing. Of course, a huge shout out to the Soco Soccer teams coached by Coach Mauro Maldonado. Shout out to you and your team and your very, very talented group of kids. Those kids, they're like, they demolish things. They're so amazing. And I'm so proud of you, bro. So continue to do your thing. And I'm proud to be your sponsors. Of course, the Banda's hauling service with Julian and Ana Banda. They rent dump trailers. That's right. You fill it up. They haul it away. They also do junk removals and tree bush removals. And they haul cars in and out of town. And now they're offering, get this, roll off dumpster services as well. That's right. If you guys have those big giant Mexican parties like we were at yesterday, and you guys don't have no dumpsters, no trash can, no nothing, hit up Banda's hauling service and they will drop it off for you. And they will pick it up and they will haul it away. Book now with the number on the screen to Julian and Ana Banda. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to my boy, Ociel Penguin Benitez with Funtown RV. That's right, the best in RV sales. Listen, Penguin is working overtime to make sure you and your family are situated in the RV best suited for you this summer. That's right, darling. Toys, haulers, travel trailers, fifth wheels, and so much more. So habla español también. Make sure you guys make an appointment with him. Go look at all the nice little trailers or whatever. He's going to get you the best deal. The best deal. Follow Penguin's cool RVs and deals and tips on Facebook right now. To Penguin, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Oh my God. And of course, to my girl, Mayra Rosales with Striker Post Photography. Listen, she's a digital photo booth business, perfect for parties, private events, corporate events, and so much more. It's fun, it's convenient, it's easy, and she's also now offering digital customized invitations and movement for us. And if you guys have a soccer team or a baseball team or any sports team, she can go out there and do sports photos as well. Listen, call now with the number on the screen. She's on her little come up. Myra's on her little come up, and nobody's going to tell me shit about it. All right, Striker Post Photography. Congratulations to you, girl. I'm so proud of you, and she's so sweet. You should actually look into hiring her for when you do an event. Yes, you should. So big shout out to you, and thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys. Like I said, we've got my girl. Listen, your brother's getting me fucked up. He's getting me. I haven't eaten. I try not to eat before the show because I don't want to be bloated because I'm 150. And so,
I'm like, okay.
What do you say? Yeah, he's a bitch is what he is. Listen, shout out to our spectators. We've got Leslie Delgado. We've got DJ Omar. We've got Lorenzo. We got my boy Mauro back there. Mauro keeps talking shit, drawing pictures. He won't say shit to my face because he knows a good smack.
Like, don't let him run up on his set.
No, yeah, okay, I'm scared. Well, I'm trying to get him to teach me how to fight, and it's not working. And so, hey, listen, okay, so we're going back to the business, okay? Yeah. You're doing the business, but you're also working, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you're working a job, and then you're a mom, and then you're a wife. Bitch. What is going on here?
It's hard.
Yeah.
So when I first started the business, like we said before, I was a stay-at-home mom, so I was just doing that when I can. But October of this past year, I started working a nighttime job.
Right.
Because I still wasn't ready to leave my son all day. Okay. And so I started working where my mom works at. Shout out to Allrec.
Okay.
So we make Letterman jackets. We make the patches. We make the patch, we design them, and then
Sure.
we make
me one for the
machines.
public affair.
Yeah,
A
whatever.
Letterman jacket. Hello.
And I was also, that's why I asked you for your logo, because we're actually coming up with a business embroidering. We've done it, you know, in the past before, but me and my mom are, you know, finally, or us as a family, we're finally going to start getting onto it.
Okay.
I'll get you your stuff because I asked you for your logo.
I thought you just, okay.
No. So we do Letterman jackets at All Rec, but my mom has a department where she just does embroidering.
Yeah, sure.
So people that don't know embroidering, it's like the small little letters on a shirt.
Right.
And so kind of like my brother's shirt, if you can see.
Sure,
it.
sure.
My mom made him that shirt.
That's such a cute shirt.
And so we're gonna start on that. I know, right?
Looking all salacious. You want to come over here and sit next to me?
I'm gonna need you to go back over
You
there.
can. Remember you said I was gonna sit on your lap.
This is her episode.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. Okay, he said I could sit on his lap, bitch. Okay, we didn't get to do it on, anyway. You know, but and huge shout out to everybody. I mean, because like I work a regular job, then have the public affair. You have HB Party Backdrops and Decor and work a regular job. All of us do something on the fucking side and work a regular job. I don't feel like we're getting our goddamn flowers.
No.
And you know what? I hate the misconception about entrepreneurs. Do you have to face that? Do you think everybody thinks you made a fucking money?
No, I don't. Not necessarily.
Not even maybe just money, but like you got it all together because you have this established business. You know what I mean?
I'm sure people can say like, oh, she got it the easy way. Her husband makes the stuff for her, or she gets, promo from her brother, or like certain little stuff like that. But
she still got to cook for him. That's not easy.
Yeah. Well, not only that, it's like I have to work a nighttime job, so I go in, at night. I swap with my mom, so I gotta, she literally walks out, I walk in. So all we do is swap the baby.
Okay.
And I walk in, and I'm there.
You pass him like.
Yeah, just pass him along.
Yeah.
Yep. And then my husband picks him up from her later on when he gets back. But the hardest thing for me is working the job, doing the business, being a mom, being a wife, is having time for myself. Yeah. These last couple of months, I've been like slacking on working out. Yeah. Because it's so hard for me to get up in the morning after, try to get to Monica's. Shout out to Monica.
Shout out to Monica. We love her. Yeah.
We try to get to their classes. It's hard.
Yeah.
But you have to do it. And like me and Leslie have talked about it all the time. Like if it's not you doing it for yourself, nobody's gonna do it for you. Yep.
And that's the biggest thing that I tell people. Like I knew that like when I started the show, nobody's gonna push this show more than me. Like, and no shade to the network, but that's we've had very candid conversations. It's not the show will do how it does because of me, and I have nothing to do with you. You just make sure you get my stuff. That's it. You know what I mean? So there's roles to be played. I'm so happy that you brought that up because that brings me to my next topic, right? So a lot of people they want to jump into the entrepreneurship train, and everybody wants to start their business, whether it's they're making charms or they're making balloon backdrops or they're starting a podcast or they're selling food, and then there's sometimes they don't get supported. Right. And so one of the things that's one of my biggest pet peeves, because like if nobody likes the public affair, that's just because it's not for them. So I'm not mad at you for that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'm not about to go on Facebook or Instagram and be like, fuck you bitches, because whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. For you, because and you're relatively younger, and I ask this because I love and appreciate a young entrepreneur. Do you think people that support you, has that always been something that you paid a lot of attention to at all, or what's your perception on things like that?
I mean, I think I pay more attention to like my family base or like my friends and stuff. But I have, being in the party industry, there's so many people that can do the exact same thing as you.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually really good friends with the business called Simply Poppin'.
Oh yeah.
So she's a great friend of mine, and we've been able to keep a friendship and still, talk about business.
Sure.
And we talk about ideas and feedback on each other. But I guess just having the support from my family and my friends, like that's what's important.
That's all that matters. Yeah. I don't even think sometimes my friends like the show. No, that's okay. Like, but that's okay though. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's everybody's opinion. But
people be getting so mad, it drives me fucking crazy. And I've had to talk to some of my peers about it too, like that own businesses and stuff like that. Yeah. Like y'all cannot be like blasting.
Oh like, yeah, I try to stay away from that.
Girl, let me tell you something. You know how many bitches made it because I had the show? I could tear a bitch up tonight. Do you understand what I'm saying? And make her go to bed and be like, I fucking hate him. But you can't do that though. No, you can't. And I think that's where a lot of the people that are in our circle, and I'm not much older than you, but still like people that are starting entrepreneurships, that's where they fail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're too focused on who's supporting them, who's not. You just need to be like, Ziad Halabi, get connected with him. Very good businessman here in town. He was on the public affair.
I've seen him.
Yeah, and he's hot. But you have a husband. But I don't. And so,
I think I've seen him before.
He told me you have to become obsessed with what you do.
Yeah.
Do you think you're obsessed with HP Party Backdrops and Decor?
Obsessed. Like, not even just, because it's my business, but I mean, it's, you have to do what you love. And like they say, like, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
That's right.
I agree with that 100%. Like, every time that I have to be out, sometimes I'm out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah. And it's like, sometimes like my husband and sometimes when I take my brother or whatever, he's like, we're not gonna stop to eat. I'm like, no, we gotta work.
You just don't even stop at McDonald's?
No, we gotta go. If we got a time crunch, I'm so sorry.
Okay,
I'm like,
you're right.
You better drop me off with my stuff and then you can go get you some food.
Or maybe one of those girls in back, in the scenes in the bathroom and shit. Maybe they can bring you some leftover hot dogs. Yeah, or leftover the cold torta from last night that you didn't finish. How about that? I would have made you a fresh one. Okay.
I'll just make it very clear on the air. I do not have any sister-in-laws for my brothers.
Oh, you don't?
I have sister-in-laws from, being married or whatever. But I do not have any sister-in-laws from my brothers.
Are you in the market for a brother-in-law?
I'm in the market for whatever makes him happy. So if he brings Andrew home one night, I'll be like,
Marlon, you sleep, bro. Can you imagine the duo we could become? Like, we would be unstoppable.
Podcast, musician.
And I'm connected with all his DJ friends.
Yeah.
We all came up together. Yeah, they would be so happy for us. Okay, listen. They would. Shout out to
They would be great padrinos.
You know JR. Oh, yeah, you know JR. Yeah.
Don't say
JR done put on some pounds, and I told him now he's my type. He wasn't my type when he was all cut and fit. Anyway, that's not about him. Okay, so shout out to you. And we joked earlier that, you used to fight a lot back in the day and stuff like that. And, you've definitely had your encounters with people that, maybe you guys had quarrels back in the day and stuff like that. But if this were to ever happen to you, have you had any negative feedback, blasting or anything like that ever?
No,
which is good. Yeah. But do you think that, given your past and the circumstances of you growing up and how you handled things. Hey, look what's going on. No, I'm being serious. Look, it's your ad. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Given everything that, do you think that you'd be able to handle it like with a level head, or do you think that you have a short fuse? Do you know what I mean?
I think I can handle situations now with a level head because I'm a mom. I have a lot more to lose.
Oh, for sure.
Because before I was a mom, you
was out there pulling.
You could have got me out. I probably wouldn't have been McLennan mug shots already.
Oh shit, bitch.
But just because I've always in our friend group, I've always been the person that just speaks up. If something's happening, and then me and Leslie just got to look at each other. We don't even got to say anything.
You know what's crazy?
Look at each other.
And I'm sure she was this way when I just can't picture her fighting. I can't picture you fighting. I can't. Now, she's with child, which shout out to her. And it was so cute. Remember, she got the ultrasound.
Yes.
It's Marl's baby because the baby's in there fighting already. He's already in the stomach fighting.
They're both fighters. He's really in that movie.
She was so mad one day, at lunch. And she was like, I'm just annoyed. I was like, because in your stomach, it's the person who's annoyed for everything.
Right?
No, okay, so you would handle conflict pretty much with, level head and,
Yeah, for the most part, I
there's
think
too much to lose, yeah.
Like I said, there's so much to lose.
Right.
I'm a mom.
Yeah.
And, I just want to, be the best mom I can, give him the best example. And just honestly, our parents didn't give us that example. Our parents have never gone to jail, knock on wood or whatever, have never didn't ever do drugs or anything like that. So it's I kind of just want my son to grow up knowing that, he has two parents that love each other.
Sure.
And even if they run into situations where, things could happen, then you there has to be one, out of me and my husband, there has to be one to level out. He's
okay.
A lot more hot-headed.
Oh, he is. Oh.
No, ask about him.
Lorenzo, can you please stop looking at me like that? Because you're scaring me. And I feel like he's going to choke me. Okay.
No, he's a lot more boom, situation at warehouse. He's on it. And I'm can we not? We gotta go.
Oh, I heard there was quite the brawl at warehouse.
Yeah, I gotta look at him sometimes and say, we got somebody to go home to.
Yeah,
we gotta pick up our kids.
And I think that's crazy too, because while I'm mad pussy, right? My parents were not pussy. My mom fucking fights, bro. Cause she's from Brooklyn and shit. And then my dad too. I don't know how I became such a punk ass bitch. I never had a fight in my life. Well, no, I've never had a fight in my life. And so it's just, I feel like I almost had my first fight that one time. But there was how your body. Okay, so one thing that a lot of entrepreneurs are talking about right now, and people that are coming up with their own businesses, are prices. Okay, and so a lot of people, they get mad because don't ask me for discounts and blase blase. But then your friends get involved, and I would like to get your perception on this. When it does come to maybe the people that you knew or your peers, are your prices set, or do you think that you're I don't know if Leslie needed a balloon arch? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel I feel like you do have to keep it very, professional and business oriented, just because you don't want somebody to take advantage of you.
Sure.
But whenever I do a discount or my prices aren't set, it's with people that I genuinely know that at the end of the day, like, they're going to support me regardless.
Oh, that's so good.
If I was to give Leslie a price, she'd be like, okay.
That's it.
But as a friend, I'm going to be like, okay, well, hey, let's do this. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Same thing with our friend Lorena. Like, she just had a baby too.
Shout out
Like,
to her.
I did her gender reveal.
Yes.
I did her baby shower. Like, so when it's like and I like talk about it, all the time. It's like, I only have a certain small little group. So it's like, if you're part of that small little group, yes, my prices are going to,
like fluctuate.
Yeah, but if they're like family. But other than that, I'm sorry. Like, I always talk about it. Like, if you go anywhere else, you have to pay for it.
Sure.
And if you get anything done, you have to pay for it. So
I had somebody in my family ask me to run ads for them for free. I said no.
See?
I said absolutely not. What are you talking about? Where have you been?
Yeah.
I ain't seen
Where's
your
the
bitch
support at?
in
Yeah.
10 years. You watch the show?
You're like,
know
what?
the public affair is? No, fuck you. You know?
Yeah, you have to be very
Do you think that you've ever
careful.
had people try to take advantage of you in that aspect? Like, I've known her, so maybe
I feel like
she's
it's
gonna
a
give me-
very like risky situation
Sure.
because it's like, to them, it might come off as like, oh, you can do it like this in 5 minutes. So because somebody
Right.
knows that I can do something like this in 5 minutes, they're like, okay, well, I'll give you $20.
$20.
$20.
Are you charging
like,
me for that? Just invoice me.
No.
Just invoice. We'll send it to the network.
I'm like, $20, like that don't even give me a meal anymore. Like,
Okay.
yeah, it really don't fill up our trucks. So I'm like, no.
God.
So you have to be kind of mindful of like prices and stuff. And if I'm not the only, or I'm one of the only persons that in the party industry, like, I'll work with people and they'll tell me like, hey, this is my budget, or I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm more of a people pleaser. Like, if you tell me, hey, this is what I want, I'm going to do exactly that. Okay. Whether it fits my portfolio or not, I'm still going to help you get that through. And I know a lot of people that are like, no, that's not my style, or I don't want to, and I'm like, hey, to each their own. And to most people, it works for them, and it should, because it's like, if you want to do that, then that's fine.
Right.
But me, on the other hand, like, I charge a little bit less than most people around.
Yes.
But I'm also making money at the end of the day.
I 100% agree with you. I always felt like, when it comes to things, like, I know when I first started doing my hostings, I would do them for little or nothing. So that way you can see what I got.
Yeah.
Then when you ask me to come back next time, I'm gonna ask for that coin.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean?
You already seen what I got.
And a lot of these people, and this is where y'all fucking up. I'm talking to you guys right now. Like, no, they're fucking up because you guys all, like, you come out of nowhere with like a business, and then you want us to be paying some top dollar shit. Like, well, I don't even know what you bring to the table.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that food is crusty. I don't know if I'm gonna get sick. You know what I mean? I don't know if the balloons are gonna pop as soon as you bring it to the, you know what I mean? I don't fucking know. So you have to start. So I'm so happy that you said that. And, where do you think you get your work ethics from?
Oh, my parents.
Yeah.
For sure.
How about Marlon? Do you think you get some?
Yeah, a little bit of Marlon. No, for sure. My parents are very, they all. My mom to this day, like, she's very hardworking. My dad's very hardworking, and so like, it's just us, like, in our family.
Yeah.
It's just like our intermediate family.
For
like,
sure.
It's just me, my brothers, and my family.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Do you think that people started looking at you different when you were coming on your come up? Like, 'cause I feel like a lot of people in your circle, or the people that you've known, the minute you start getting a little bit of notoriety, people start to change around you. You know what I mean? There's people that are envious, and then there's people that actually like support you and this and that. Do you think that you've had to deal with some of that in your come up?
Yeah, I feel like there's always gonna be that one person that when you put black shoes on, they're gonna go to the store and buy the exact same black shoes you got just because you bought them,
Yeah.
But I like to put it in my perspective, like, okay, that's fine. And we, like, me, my husband, my family, whatever, we always talk about it. My brother's like, if you got to be the blueprint for these people, then be it.
Good idea.
And it is true. And I tell them all the time, I got to be the blueprint. I'm so sorry. Like, I got to do it first.
I kind of have to. I think that you know how they say imitation is the highest form of flattery. I think it's annoying. I think it's so annoing when somebody I've
I'm like,
I don't like it when people try. How do I say this without getting in trouble? I know of a situation.
No, yeah, we all do.
Somebody was trying to be just like me, and I'm like, why don't you just be yourself? Like, I wasn't trying to be
like...
No,
but they don't. And my mom always says it. She says, if, everybody could do... If something was so easy, then everybody would do it. Sure. And it's true. And they see you, and they think because, he has the Metcons on, and he, da-da-da... he's going to be just like Andrew. No, you're
Yeah.
not. Because Andrew's Andrew and
Right.
he has his own personality.
And if you really want to be like me, then you got to be gay.
Yeah, that
And
was
if you're
starting
not,
first.
if you're
one.
not bottoming, then don't even don't even
Don't even
come
start.
over here, all right? Because that's how I know I'm a man amongst my peers, all right? Because I
Right.
can take it. No, okay. So hey, sorry. I'm sorry. That went off. That went off the rails. I'm sorry. That was TMI. I'm sorry. Okay. No, you good. We good. All right, we're Gucci. Okay. You're not gonna beat my ass. We're good. Okay. So, hey, you know what? How about some client horror stuff? Okay. Big shout out to Leslie's. Oh, she does your lashes. Amber was on the show and she told us a really funny client horror story. Do you know her?
Yes.
So, she told us that really funny fucking client horror story where and she started doing that.
Oh, texting back.
Yeah,
and forth.
okay. Have you ever had a situation where there was a client that you worked with and you're like, oh my God, like never the fuck again?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
I've been really fortunate that everybody that comes my way,
It's coming, girl.
yeah.
It's coming, girl.
Well, the good thing with our kind of business is that we take, our customers. They don't all have to be our customers,
Sure,
so you kind of pick and choose what you want.
Sure.
But I've definitely come into, people or, come across people that like. It's kind of hard to like, they'll send you something. Like, for example, in our line of business, it's like, you'll tell them like, hey, do you have an inspo picture? Do you kind of know what you want? And they're like, oh yeah. And they'll send you something and then you'll start, dissecting the picture. Do you like this? Do you like that? And sometimes it's just hard to explain.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have told me like, oh, why don't you just call them? I'm like, no. For me, I get everything in text message. So at the end of the day, something goes wrong is right here. You told me this color, you told me at this time, you told me at this location.
Baby
and
girl.
there's not just a phone conversation to back it up. So a lot of times it's just really hard to get somebody's ideas and make sure you're going towards what they want.
Yeah, definitely.
But other than that, I've come into like really good people, and I've had a lot of returning customers. Like I have a family member, so she's not like super close to us in family, but she just makes parties all the time.
Yeah,
and I'm like, hey girl, like I'm down
You're
for
down,
it.
yeah.
And
she's giving you the coin. So
yes,
that's it.
and
yeah.
I'm like, hey, well, whatever you want to do a couple times a year, like I will be here
That's so
for you.
great. I love that so much for you. And so for the most part, then a lot of your clients have been pretty easygoing and stuff like that. Okay, I think that's really good. Is there a decoration that you absolutely hate doing though? Is there one where you're like, oh, I cannot believe this bitch ordered that? You know what I mean?
No, you know what? Like I said, I'm a really big people pleaser. So if you send me something, I'm like, oh, but I'm like, I can do that way better. I can like achieve it way better.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm really scared for this upcoming year is summer. Because we live in Texas. And so I haven't been off limits of outside events, but I'm kind of pushing towards it because it's like, if you want something done in 100-degree weather, it just is not going to look as good as if you do an inside event.
Sure.
You have to work with the elements of the wind, the heat, everything. And so like, it's so hard to
You're just
achieve
going to have
something.
to charge extra.
It's something. I'm like, we be out there sweating. I know it was this past year. I was just like, oh my God, I don't ever want to do this again. But once it's all over, you're like, okay, it was worth it.
I got you. Well, listen, oh my God, huge shout out to you and all the successes that you have been just like really just basking in. You know what I mean? Do you think that there's longevity for HP Party Backdrops and Decor?
Yes, I hope so. My goal for sure is like, I want to be able to own a property and be able to rent it out like party wise, like a big old, me and my family members, like we want to do a big old venue. We have the DJ already. We have the system already.
You have the host? You have the host?
Yeah. We have the host. We have, the party decorator. So like, that's what I want to do.
Sure.
And then as far as like my mom's business too, that we're going to push out like the embroidering, we're going to have, that going on too. So for sure.
I can't even get my parents off the fucking couch. Yeah, I mean, talk to them, but it's just, what does success look like for you in 10 years from now?
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like it's hard because 10 years, I'm like, I'll be 36. I don't know. I would like to say that, like I said, my goals is to have a big old venue, to be able to, work for myself, to also, be able to support my family because a lot of times since me and my, husband have been together for quite a long time, like he's been the main provider. And so if I could take just a little bit off of him, it would really benefit us.
That's so nice. And, at least you don't have to drop him off in... How does that go? There's a lot of guys that are getting dropped off of work in their girl's car.
Oh yeah, no.
At least you didn't get one of those.
No, and I wouldn't have took one of those.
But Omar, he could drop me off in IKEA, and then you could take the car if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in case. But anyway, well, listen, what's next for you, Anna? I mean, you got the HP Party Backdrops and Decor. How can we reach out to you to book for you? I mean, I'm going to do the ad. How about don't do that? How about what is next for you in this business? What do you have going forward? Is there any events that you have coming up, or are you just kind of taking things day by day?
I'm taking it day by day, but I do have events. I know I'm booked out for like the first, probably like the May for sure, and then I think I'm working on June to be booked out too. Yeah. But just because I'm booked out doesn't mean you can't send me a message. Right. Always send me a message. I will fit you in. Believe me.
And all you guys have to do is hit up Hummingbird Party Backdrops and Decor. My girl Ana Limones call for our party decor, including beautiful blue props, giving an extra flavor to your party or event with a number of wooden backdrops and so much more. And we just learned something. The wooden backdrops are built by her husband. God damn it! I mean, that's so great. Make sure you guys call the number on the screen. Follow on Facebook at Hummingbird HB Party Backdrops and Decor. My girl Ana Limones. Thank you so much for coming on to the public affair. No, I had such a good time. I'm so happy that the timing was right, and I hope that you enjoyed your experience. And I do wish you nothing but the best with HB Party Backdrops and Decor.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for everything. I know, like, we didn't touch on it, but I want to say you started running ads for me. And that's from, my friends reaching out to you. Yeah. And like that meant a lot to me. When you called me that day, I was, at home with the baby, like just being born, and like it was a lot, but I know I was really appreciated that not only like my family members, my husband, but like my friends actually believed in me. They actually thought, I was worthy of it. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate my friends, my family for giving me the support.
Well, big shout out to Leslie and Mark, because they were the ones that told me about it. And they did. I think they proposed, and they did. They proposed it to me, and I said done, because I would do anything for them too.
Yeah, like, and I'm like, as much as I know I cried about it that day. I was like on the phone with a baby here, breast pump here, and I was like, okay, Andrew, I'll send it your way. But like, I was just really grateful that I have that kind of people around in my circle, because a lot of people don't, they don't have the support, and I'm for sure have it.
And if they ask me to do anything, I just do it, even though he's an asshole sometimes.
I know.
I love that.
He's so grumpy.
I love that guy, and if he asks me to do something, I'm just gonna. If he needs a favor, I do it.
Yeah, but he's just so grumpy.
He's just a silly buns grumpy pants. That's all he is. Yeah. He's gonna have a son that's just like him.
I'm like, I can't
prepare, wait. Leslie, prepare. Listen, thank you so much again. And it's been an honor, and I do wish you. I do believe in your product. I do believe in your business. I've seen your work firsthand, and I think that it's absolutely phenomenal. I think it's nothing less than stellar, and I'm so excited to see what you got going on to the future. Thank you for coming on to the show. I'm happy that you finally trusted me to come on.
I know.
You see, I told you we were gonna have a good time. Yeah, we got the live studio audience and drinks, and we're gonna go eat now. So make sure you guys. Thank you so much. I've got more of the public affair away. Thank you so. What did I say? I have more of the public affair on the way. So make sure you guys don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Now, before we go, let me just give a few shout outs to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of the public affair. Of course, the Brothers Roofing and Remodeling, my boy Jesus Sanchez from Mart, Texas, a small construction business from Mart specializing in general roofing needs and so much more. Doesn't protect your home from the crazy elements of the Texas weather with high quality and affordable work. And if you guys need renovations as well, my boy has got you. Him and his team do honest and true work. To Brothers Roofing and Remodeling, my boy Jesus Sanchez, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of the public affair. Of course, the Elite Barbershop, my boy Sid Rodriguez said, I'm sorry, my hair got ruined in the rain. It did. It got ruined in the rain. We were late. Located on Hewitt Drive. Call the number on the screen now to book or download the Squire app. Walk-ins are welcome as well. He has, ready? Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Clint Fletcher, Isai Reyes, and Sam Ceballos over there making you look as snarky as I have for more than 100 and something episodes of the public, for almost 200 goddamn episodes. Oh my God, I'm tired. The bitch is tired, and I've got scoliosis from all the weight that I have to carry. But Elite Barbershop, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of the public affair. Of course, the Pollo Box and Audio with Jeffrey Monreal, home for all your LED needs, auto accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. He also specializes in building custom subwoofer enclosures and so much more. Definitely a jack of all trades, and a one-stop shop to get everything done in one roof. He did my tints. He did my starlights. He's done all my car audios. He put the little speaker. I don't know what difference the speakers made, but he put speakers in there. All right, and I can listen to Ariana Grande all loud. Thank you so much for all you do for me. And of course, I'm gonna do it again. Hummingbird Party Backdrops and Decor. My girl Ana Limones call for all party decorations, including beautiful balloon props, giving an extra flair to your party or event with a number of wooden backdrops and so much more. The wooden backdrops are made on site. That she can give you any decorations that you want. The balloon arches are in right now. Call the number on the screen and make sure you guys get booked today. Hummingbird Party Backdrops. Anna, you're a queen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on to the show, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
And to all of you guys, don't forget to always, Omar, come on, come just say hi. Just come say hi real quick. Yeah, come sit with me. Yeah, just come sit with me. Here we go. Yes. Me and Omar are going to go eat now, and don't forget to always keep it between us. Oh my God. so Mason gets the camera angles right like the first fucking time. It's the best. That he
probably
he doesn't give himself enough credit. I hate that.
Really?
Yes, he doesn't. He does not give himself enough credit. Mason is so amazing. Like,
just gave him a kiss and he gave you right home.
I just kissed him goodnight. That was it.
I don't think
he
so.
made me wait. He made me wait.
He made you wait.
Most times I'm just first date, like, you know, hello.
Yeah.
Like cheddars and we can do this. But no, why don't you shut up for a second? Jesus Christ. I'm trying to work. It's a little toasty. I thought it was just me.
Is he sweating?
No, I'm glistening. You guys ready?
I remember we said to stop because the fucking train.
Yeah, the train.
would go?
Yeah. I like the train noise though. Okay.
Train noise.
All right, ready?
Wait, y'all supposed to slow to stop.
Okay, you ready?
Okay, yeah.
Mason, you said we're good, right? Okay. I love that guy. Okay, here we go.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.